Yo, hey Reiki people. I've been away for a while from making videos. I've been making shorts here and there, but I wanted to give an update on my situation and what I want to do with the channel going forward. I spent some time working in DC at a small chapter doing a Reiki class. My intent was to do it how I was trained, which was rather informally. I would go to my master's apartment and we would either do Reiki sessions, which laying hands and healing, or we would just talk, and mostly we would just talk. And we would talk about the things that I include in my videos. We would talk about the energy, we would talk about the energy centers, you know, the chakras. We would talk about social things, how the energy and how your attunement to the energy plays out as you apply these principles of kindness, these principles of generosity and generativity of your energy as the Reiki, as the energy moves through you. And we talked a lot about my love life, to be perfectly honest, because I think in terms of how your path manifests itself, it tends to do so through the closest people to you. When I was working at this place in DC, it went pretty well for a while, but eventually the management made it clear to me that they were more interested in doing 2 or 3 classes and giving everyone certificates, rather than doing the style in which I learned, which is more long in nature, and also requires, I got my first certificate for level 1 probably about 4 or 5 months after I started, and then I got level 2 a year after that, and then mastery another year after that. So hold on, I'm getting attacked by a bee. So that's what I was offering. That's the only thing I can offer because that's how I was trained, but I was informed that they weren't looking for a Reiki school, they were looking for a Reiki class, and a short one at that. And it got me bummed out, to be perfectly honest, because I thought that, you know, I could blend the channel and the class that I was doing and really get something started. But it taught me an important lesson, and it's one that I want to share with all of you, and that can be that it is really difficult to get going in a field that you want. It can be difficult to chase your dreams, and that's because there's so much momentum built up in the other direction, typically, before you realize that, hey, my life isn't what I want it to be, and you start chasing it. And then the even tougher thing after that is when you realize how difficult how much it can take, how much energy it can take in order to make your dreams into reality. And then sometimes, like here, you get really, really close to your dream working out, and it flops. That, funny enough, was what often happened in my relationships when I was working with my master. My romantic relationships, they would get this close to being the one, and then it would flop, usually because of some idiocy on my part. Hold on, I'm getting a low battery thing. So I wanted to reach out to the community that I have here. I wanted to say that I'm very grateful for you guys. I really intend on making more videos in the future, and I wanted to let you know that when it comes to your development, whether it's spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, going to the gym, psychological, it is a lifelong endeavor to be healthy, to be in tune. And sometimes when you're out of tune, it can give rise to the greatest dreams that require the most in tuneness you can be out of yourself in order to manifest them. And that's often how we get to our dreams, is with context. And that context can sometimes be a negative experience. So yeah, I wanted to share that and tell you that, you know, whether it's my videos that you watch, or you're somewhere else on YouTube, or you go to church, or you talk with a wise elderly person, your path is not only long, it's endless and eternal. So there's no rush, and every bump is just a jump leading you closer to your dreams if you let it. But you also have to realize that once you get on the path of your dreams, you need to be happy on the path, and that engine of energy that you build for yourself will be the thing that leads to the intuition, that leads to the manifestation. And keeping that energy up is key. And that's what I'm gonna focus on doing, and that's what I hope some of my videos that I post on YouTube can help you to do as well. So thanks guys. I'm gonna do my crown chakra video next and close out the chakra series. As always, thank you for watching. And as my wife tells me to say, like and subscribe. Thanks guys.